Hi, I'm Jim Hutchins, and I'm here with Sarah Davis from McGraw-Hill. I'll be your professor in the course, of course, but I wanted to introduce Sarah, who's going to show you how to use the McGraw-Hill Learn Smart Connect system, which is an integral part of the course. So first, we're going to look at how the course is structured, and then I'm going to kick it over to Sarah, and Sarah will tell you how to use the McGraw-Hill Connect Learn Smart system. So I wanted to start by telling you about the way that the course is structured. We've got 3 things that you can do that will generate points in the course that you can use towards your grade. The first thing that I'm going to discuss are the exams, each of which are worth 50 points. There's 4 exams, so that'll be worth a total of 200 points for exams out of a possible 450 in the class. And so this is about half of your grade is going to be in the exams. The exams are taken with proctor or in a testing center, depending on whether you live in Weber, Morgan, and Davis counties, then you need to take it at a testing center here on campus. If you live outside of those 3 counties, then you may use a proctor. You should get a proctor as soon as possible because that process takes several days. This URL that I'm showing up on the screen now will explain how it is that you go about getting a proctor and take you through the steps that you need to do that. That's something that's separate from me and my administration of the course, and so it's something you have to do on your own with the group called WSU Online that takes care of working out the proctor approvals and stuff. And so that'll all be handled on their side of things, but here's the information that you need in order to set up a proctor for this course. So there will be 4 proctored exams. There will be deadlines for those exams. They're in the calendar which you've been given as part of the course. You will need to take those tests by the deadline that's stated in the calendar. You have up to a week later to take the exam, but if you take the exam late, you'll be docked 10%, and that's almost never a good deal for the students. So what I tell my students in the face-to-face classes is that you should never plan to take the exam late, but if you have an emergency that requires that you take an exam late, then you may do that, and the 10% will automatically be deducted from your score when you do that. The 4th exam will not be able to be taken late because it comes at the end of finals week and nothing can be turned in after the end of finals week, and so only exams 1, 2, and 3 may be taken late. All the exams, however, may be taken early if you wish. They'll all be available from the very beginning of the course, and so you can work at your own pace, whatever that pace is. You just need to make the appropriate deadlines that are going to be laid out in the calendar. You can always do work before the deadline, you just can't do work after the deadline. The other component of the class, and then this will segue into Sarah's part of today's presentation, the other part of the class is going to be working through the textbook. This textbook, it has a conventional textbook where you can just sit down and read it if you wish, but there's also these additional tools that are called Learn Smart, which is a set of quizzes over the material that you're reading about in the chapter to test your learning of that material. And then Connect, which we use as kind of a wrap-up exercise at the end of each week when you're finished with your understanding and your learning of the material, then we're going to test and see how well your understanding is there with these wrap-up questions that'll come at the end. Each one of those for each chapter is going to be 10 points for the Learn Smart, 10 points for the Connect activity for a total of 20 points. And there's 13 chapters in the book, and we'll drop one of those activities that scores the lowest, and so you'll have a chance to drop one activity, and so that'll be where the 250 points will come from. 10 plus 10 is 20, and then 20 times 13 chapters is 260. Drop 1 is minus 10, so that's the other 250 points that make up the class. I'm going to turn this over now to Sarah Davis from McGraw-Hill, and she's going to explain to you how it is that you get into the Learn Smart Connect system, how you access your textbook, and how you complete the learning activities that are done at home in your own time on your own computer that we call Learn Smart and Connect. Sarah?
Okay, so I'm going to take you through how you use Connect and how we compare your Connect course to your Canvas course. Okay, so you want to go to your Courses tab, select Health Sciences 1101, come down to your modules, click on that, click on MH Campus, click Load MH Campus in a new window. So we're going to want to click on Connect, and let's go ahead and type in the email address that you most typically use for your school activities. And if you don't already have a Connect account, go ahead and click on Create a New Account. Create a new account and complete your registration. Make sure you choose a security question that you will remember. Accept the terms and click Continue. Okay, at this point you're going to be given the option to purchase access to Connect. If you already have an access code that you purchased online or through the bookstore, you can go ahead and enter it here and then click Submit. You can buy access right now by clicking on Buy Online, and you will be geared towards putting in your credit card information. And you can also click on Courtesy Access, which will give you a 2 weeks free trial period, and at the end of that 2-week period you will be prompted to purchase access at that time. And at the end of this process, you will have successfully paired your Canvas and Connect course. So we're going to go ahead and go into Connect, and we'll take a look at what's inside of Connect. Okay. So now once you log into Connect, you will be taken to your to-do page. This is where you're going to find all of your assignments and everything that is due. To navigate within Connect, you can come up here to this little Hamburglar icon and click on that. And then you will be able to navigate within, if you have more than one course, or if you want to look at your results for your assignments, you can click on this tab, and that will take you to all of the results from the assignments you have completed. And a couple important things to note here on the to-do page. Here's a link to your ebook option or the SmartBook option. You can click here to purchase a loose leaf version of the text for $15. If you click on that, you can enter in your credit card information, and a loose leaf version of the text will be sent to your home directly. Another important distinction to note: if you click on the ebook section here to do your work, the program is going to recognize that you are performing a self-study. You are not doing work that's completed towards a grade. If you want to work on your homework assignments or your SmartBook assignments, you need to do that here, clicking on the SmartBook Learn Smart assignment, and access it here so that your work is recorded for your grade. When you click on the SmartBook link, it's going to launch the SmartBook. The SmartBook is an interactive way of reading, and it's going to make sure that you get the most out of your study time. So when you log in, it's going to take you to the chapter that you clicked into. It first will also walk you through a quick tutorial of what SmartBook is. So you can go ahead and click through this. SmartBook is going to highlight the most important learning objectives for you as you move throughout the chapter. If you click here on the arrow button, you can move through clicking to the next highlighted section.
Is that a limitation of the demo account?
It might be. Oh, there we go. If you would like to turn the highlights off and focus on the whole text, you can click on this button here, and it will remove the highlights and take everything that is grayscale back to black. If you would like to continue with the highlighted sections, go ahead and click back on that highlighter function. As you move through the read stage and the practice stage which follows, the highlights will learn what your understanding of the content, and they will change. Areas that you have mastered will turn green, and areas where you still need to complete study will remain yellow, helping you to prioritize your time in the SmartBook. After you've spent some time working within the SmartBook and in the read stage, the practice button will begin flashing at you. You can click on the practice button and you will begin a series of questions that will test your knowledge on the content you have just read. You can go ahead and answer these questions to your best of ability, and the system is also going to ask you, once you answer the question, how confident you feel about these questions. This is going to let the program understand you better and also help you move the learning content from short-term memory to long-term memory. At any point during this exercise, you can also click on Read About This if you're unsure about an answer. If you click on Read About This, SmartBook is automatically going to show you the exact spot the material is covered so that you can again read about this learning objective and return to the question to answer it. Another important item to note is your progress bar down here. This is showing you that right now in this chapter you have 23 items that you need to learn. As you progress through these questions and get them right with a higher confidence level, you'll notice these items will drop down. When you are finished with the chapter, you will get an acknowledgement telling you that you have completed your work and you can move on. Another important feature of SmartBook is the recharge area. You will be prompted to do a recharge portion of the questioning when you have completed the original chapter that you've worked through. The system learns what content you are most likely to forget and when you're most likely to forget it. You will then be prompted to recharge this material in order to give you an opportunity to move this content from short-term memory to long-term memory so that you get better test scores. And then again, at any point during your use of the SmartBook, if you want some best practices, you can again click on this How to Use SmartBook. You can also return to Connect and complete any of your Connect assignments, your wrap-up assignments, by again returning to the To-Do page and clicking on them here. Begin. If you have any questions as you're working through Connect or SmartBook, the most important step to take is to contact our technical support. Your professor or instructor is not going to be able to help you until you have called this number and have gotten a case number. With the case number, I can follow up with your technical issue and we can get it resolved for you quickly. Thank you and good luck.
Yeah, so go ahead and stop that.